How's it going, guys and gals? It is me, Lucky Pickle, and today we are reviewing One Piece Volume 5. And the reason I haven't been posting in the past couple of days is because I was at a gaming tournament and I was commentating and volunteering and helping them out with footage and stuff. I even have like a little poster, SoCali, and they signed it and everything. That was really fun.
This is not a joke. G Fuel. I'm being serious. G Fuel, look at my serious face. Please sponsor SoCal. Bring lead. But okay, there's two down. There could be there's a potential knockout here. Maybe not. Maybe they're just gonna make a good push. It's 3-3 now.
But basically, I should have planned ahead. I should have made videos in advance because from morning on Saturday and Sunday, I was busy with that stuff. Like I had to wake up, get ready, and then travel there and all that stuff. So that was a scheduling mistake on my part. I should have just made the videos in advance, and then I just had to make sure I was caught up on everything else. So I didn't want to make a video. But now we're back to daily videos, hopefully. If I'm being honest, the most tedious process of making my videos is taking a picture of most of the pages and then editing them to fit onto the screen. But I also feel like it really adds a lot because the art is what the author intended, and that's what I really want to stress with this reviews. I want to get to the bottom of what the author intended with the manga, because mangas are littered with metaphors and lots of things, especially One Piece with its themes of ethics and corrupt governments and etc. Okay, so into the manga review. So in the last volume, we left off with the Django, the pirate hypnotist, chasing after Miss Kaya and the kids to make her hypnotized, sign a will to give the estate to Captain Kuro. While that's going on, Luffy and Zoro and Usopp are facing down Captain Kuro and this fat cat guy. But Usopp is way too beaten up to move. So Zoro locks in and beats up the fat cat guy. I want you guys to notice that so far, Zoro hasn't really struggled in any of his fights. He really just is playing around and then he locks in and finishes the fight real fast. And that has been how all of Zoro's fights have gone so far. Then we also get a scene of how Captain Kuro left his pirate life behind. So we cut to a scene where Captain Kuro is explaining that the pirate life is really tiring for him and how he wants to give it up, but he has to fake his death first. And while that's happening, a marine ship comes into sight to fight them. So basically, Captain Kuro is really tired of the Marines always chasing after him, and he really doesn't like how stupid pirates are too, because he's a really smart guy or something, so he doesn't like pirates. I mean, he's wearing glasses, he has to be really smart, right? This is a really badass scene where they drop Captain Kuro in a boat and then he goes to the marine boat and they sail up to the boat, and everyone is completely dead on the boat, and Captain Kuro only left one guy alive, and the Django hypnotizes one of Captain Kuro's own crewmates into thinking he's Captain Kuro, and then he hypnotizes the marine into thinking he defeated Captain Kuro, and then he sends them to get executed or something, and his crewmate gets executed instead, and that's how he fakes his death. So now we cut back to the Django and the kids and Miss Kaya, and he's trying to hypnotize Miss Kaya, and the kids are playing asleep because the Django supposedly hypnotized them. But then they get up from their sleep and start whacking him, so then he's really pissed and wants to kill them. And Miss Kaya is pleading for the kid's life, and she's like, okay, I'll sign the will if you just leave the kids alone. And Django's like, sure, why not? And so basically, once Miss Kaya signs the will, then the Django has to kill her and give the will to Kuro. Something I do want to go over real quick, going back to the fight with Luffy and Kuro, Luffy says, you say you were tired? If you don't want a reputation, you shouldn't be a pirate. So that's actually a very profound thought. So if you're going to be a pirate, you can't avoid a reputation. And Luffy reminds me of this character archetype, the Fool. And the Fool is this naive person who doesn't understand how the world works, but they have a deeper understanding than most characters, or a deeper wisdom, I should say. They know something, or they have like one skill that's better than the other characters, or deeper in some way, some wisdom. And Luffy definitely embodies that in the story of One Piece, I think. Like, Luffy's pretty stupid, but he can definitely drop a banger line from time to time. So after Luffy breaks one of Kuro's claws with a rock, he completely crashes out and releases the out of the bag technique. So basically, Kuro's moving way too fast for anyone to see, and he's just slashing at everything he can see, and he starts killing his own crewmates because he doesn't even know what he's attacking anymore. So he kills most of his crewmates, but Luffy's able to catch him. Not all the crewmates are dead. And then Luffy wraps around him so he can't run anymore. So Django's done beating up all the kids, and now he's gonna force Miss Kaya to write the will. So Zoro starts pulling up on Django, but Django already has Miss Kaya by the throat. So Zoro's too late to stop him. But then the kids give Django 1,000 years of death with a shovel jutsu. One step too late, Sash Man. I don't think so. Take this, hypnotist. And then we just get an epic scene of Usopp about to take the shot, but they cut to the back to Kuro fight before he finishes it. He's got Captain Kuro. If he wins, does that mean we don't get croaked? Yeah, get him, rubber boy. Kill Captain Kuro. Who said you could root for me? I'm gonna get you guys too, just wait. Gum, gum, my plan cannot fail. Secret technique, exploding star. Bow. We get this really hype scene of Django and Kuro being finished at the same time by Usopp and Luffy. I'm Monkey D. Luffy. You think I'd let a pirate who gave up his name and quit the sea beat me? A real pirate would die before he'd do either of those things. You'd all better remember that name, cause someday I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Take your garbage with you and don't ever come back. Now I do want to note here that Luffy doesn't kill Captain Kuro, he just tosses him back to the pirates. And someone in the comments said that in 50 volumes I'll really like chapter 4 or volume 4 or something, so I'm guessing Kuro might return. One Piece has a lot of recurring characters. I'll say it again, I made it to Fishman Island in the anime, but it was just so boring that I picked up the book and started reading it. Can you believe how boring Fishman Island has to be for someone to pick up a book and start reading it? Yeah, Fishman Island is that boring. And I just feel like One Piece is appealing to the male fantasy here. Like, every man wants to be hugged and told good job after fighting famous pirates and dying from blood loss. Who can relate though? Okay, so we cut to like back to the Usopp, and he's telling the kids and Miss Kaya to keep what happened today a secret because he doesn't want the villagers to know, because if the villagers knew that pirates attacked their island, then they would no longer have peace of mind, because it's a peaceful village. And it's also out of the way, so pirates never come to this village. And I just really love here how the villagers secretly love Usopp. They're like, what? It's already 7 o'clock? Oh dear, we overslept. That's odd. Usopp didn't wake us. I wonder where he is today. Strange, I can't seem to get motivated. Time for work, dear. Work? But Usopp hasn't raised his ruckus yet. Mom, isn't the liar man coming today? That lying fool still hasn't shown up. Maybe I was too hard on him yesterday. He'll turn up eventually. Man, I almost find that heartbreaking, because the last time the villagers ever see Usopp is when they chase him out of Miss Kaya's estate and shoot him in the arm. So that's the last time they ever see Usopp, because after this, Usopp goes. Because after this, they never see Usopp again. And then they reminisce on like how the Usopp pirates started. And Usopp's like, I hereby declare Usopp Pirates disbanded. I'd be lying if I said I didn't cry the first time I saw that scene. And then Miss Kaya offers them a ship or whatever. And okay, I want to note here that the boat in the anime and the manga are different. In the anime, it's called the Going Merry, but in the manga, it's called the Merry Go. And then Usopp comes rolling down the hill. And I want you guys to look at this. Okay, I want you guys to notice this. Miss Kaya looks like nervous and starts sweating when she sees Usopp, and I thought that was really cute. And Mary tells Miss Kaya a little bit more about Usopp's backstory that she didn't know. So basically, when Usopp's father Yasopp left to go to the sea, his mom got sick sometime after that, and she started dying basically. And Usopp comes running into the hospital. He's like, "The pirates are coming! The pirates are coming! He's back for us, Mom! He said when you get better, he'll take us to the sea with him." "Don't say such foolish things, Usopp. Your father's not coming back. But Usopp, I'm glad I married your father. I want you to grow up to be brave and strong just like him." "Don't talk like you're gonna die. Didn't you hear about the medicine? The wonder medicine? It can cure any illness. It's in a land across the ocean." "Don't be silly. Such wild tales. Listen to me. If I pass on, you must..." "I don't care if I'm silly. Don't talk about dying. I want to keep dreaming. I'm the son of a pirate." It's just like Usopp's character is actually extremely tragic. Extremely tragic. So basically every day he was running through the village, and I speculated this too. Every day he was running through the village yelling the pirates are coming because he thought that his dad, or he was holding out hope that his dad would come back someday. I mean, I want to laugh at him, but it's just sad. And also it makes more sense why Usopp was friends with Kaya, because they were both orphans. And then we get Luffy's pirate flag here, and Usopp fixes it. Usopp with his observation hockey. Freaking artist over here. And they put on the ship. And then they start doing some target practice. This is really funny. Luffy misses a rock, but Usopp is able to hit it and explode the rock. So after shooting the cannon, this guy comes aboard their ship and starts like destroying shit. And he's like, "Come out and fight, dogs. I'll murder the lot of you." Luffy quickly dispatches this boy. "You tried to kill my partner." So basically that rock that they shot at, these two kids were sitting on it. His name is Johnny and Yosuke. But freaking Zoro knows these guys. They used to be pirate hunter partners with Zoro. So Johnny explains that his partner Yosuke is very sick. And Nami's like, "Don't be stupid. Go give him limes." So they chop up limes and feed it to him. And he has scurvy. And scurvy is something that happens to pirates. It's like a disease or sickness they get from not having enough nutrition. So look at all the stuff you learn from manga, guys. And they say manga's for stupid people. So Luffy's like, "All right, we definitely need a cook so we don't get like bad nutrition or something." And Johnny's like, "Oh, I know a restaurant nearby." And it's like a restaurant in the sea. And this is the Baratie, and now we are getting into Sanji's story. Okay, I like Sanji's story because I used to work in a restaurant, and the Baratie is extremely accurate. That's how things work around here. You punch each other, you punch the customers. That's how things work in a restaurant. Constantly trying to murder each other. And when Luffy and the gang arrive at the Baratie, there's this weird ass Navy dude, Lieutenant Iron Fist Full Body. He kind of reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist because his right arm has like some metal shit on it, and he's also blonde like in Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know if that was really intended though. "It's your lucky day, pirate scum. It's my day off. I've come to dine. But beware, when we meet again, you're dead." So he tells them that he's not gonna do anything, but anyways, he still shoots a cannon at them. And then Luffy has to react quickly and like get ready to bounce it back, and he bounces it back to the Baratie, the restaurant in the sea, and we just see this explosion at the Baratie. "That man over there, he's Lieutenant Fullbody." "Really? The naval officer? He's handsome and elegant. Every eye is on you. Not when you're in the room." "Delightful, delicate bouquet from the north, from Mikuyu, lightly acidic, full body, dry. I'm absolutely certain it's the Iturutsubulga Stein. Am I right, waiter?" "Dead wrong, sir. And I'm the assistant chef. All the waiters jumped ship yesterday. Your soup. Enjoy it while it's hot." So basically this stupid idiot marine dude like called ahead to serve them a certain wine, but Sanji was the waiter because all the waiters jumped ship yesterday. I don't even understand what that means. I don't even know what is even going on there, but it's just funny. All the waiters jumped ship yesterday. That's just a great line. Oh, but basically Sanji just served them a different wine because he doesn't care, and I don't know if he wanted to make him look stupid, but he looked really stupid because he guessed the wine that he called ahead, but they were served something else, and then he goes, "Dead wrong, sir," and everyone just laughs at him. A chef must feed his customers. Are you boneheads trying to put me out of business? Ah, I blew off your foot? Oh, it was already like that. But you're hurt all over. So basically, since Luffy blew a hole in the Baratie, the chef Zeph is making him work for the Baratie for a year to pay off his debt. But Luffy doesn't want to do a year. He says that he'll only do a week. So then Chef Zeph and Luffy start fighting. We cut back to Sanji and the lieutenant. I love here how Sanji starts hitting on the lieutenant's date. What a lovely lady. How about it, miss? Care to sample my private stock? Oh. And then we get this joke that I'm pretty sure is lost in translation. I don't get it at all. What's this fly doing in my soup? Forgive me, sir. It's hard to tell, but it appears to be the backstroke. I have no idea what that means, but it completely makes him crash out and destroy the table with all the food on top of it. And that makes Sanji lock in, of course. We gotta stop him. Sanji, don't do it. Full body. To offend a cook at sea is a fool's mistake. Remember that. Fucking Sanji beats up this random ass marine lieutenant for insulting him and putting a fly in the soup or whatever. And then this random guy, Patty Cook. The customer is king. Again, Sanji, what are you doing to that customer? This is what I really love about Sanji's story. It's implied that he does this really often to customers. He just starts beating their asses. I just have no idea what the fuck is going on at this restaurant. But it's so funny and goofy. And then Chef Zeph, who's beating up Luffy on the top floor, freaking breaks through the floor and lands in the middle of Sanji's fight. And he starts beating up Sanji. Do you want to ruin me? You get out of here too. Lieutenant Fullbody, it's terrible. Sorry, sir, he got away from the ship's brig. The pirate of Kriegs escaped. We wanted to question him, but he beat up 7 of us and got away. Impossible. When we captured him 3 days ago, he was half dead from starvation and we haven't fed him. Boom. So this guy just gets shot at the front door, and the cook's response to seeing this is, customer party of 1. He better not try to bust up my place. Pardon me, monsieur, but can you pay? You don't got money? Boom. So he just starts whooping his ass because he has no money to pay the restaurant. And so they kick him outside, and Sanji feeds him a plate of like fried rice or some shit. I'm not worthy. I never ever tasted nothing so delicious. Better than I deserve, certain it is. I thought I was a goner. A dead man for sure. Good, eh? Aha, I found you, my cook. So that's where the manga ends, with Luffy deciding that Sanji's gonna be his cook, and Sanji feeding this guy food. Now I do want to note something about like characters. Basically there's this theory called Save the Cat, and Save the Cat is this theory where like if you show a character saving a cat, or like something similar to that, like they save a turtle crossing the street or something, I don't know. Basically like Save the Cat is like a thing for stories. Like basically there's this cat that's running across the street and the bus is coming, and then the character will save the cat from the coming bus, and this will make the audience empathize more with the character. And that's what I believe we see here with Sanji. Like he's like beating up the marine lieutenant, but then we see him give food to like a starving pirate, and we start thinking, oh, well, maybe Sanji's not a bad guy. I mean, Sanji might be insane, but maybe he's not just that bad of a guy. Anyway, so in One Piece Volume 5, we finished off Usopp's story and started Sanji's story, and I already see a lot of foreshadowing, and that's what everyone seems to talk about when it comes to One Piece. Everyone's like, oh, Oda's a foreshadowing genius, but Like, I'll just show you a couple of foreshadows I picked up on this because it's actually really interesting. So Nami picks up Johnny's wanted posters and says, "What's this, Johnny?" And there's like this scene of Nami looking visibly worried, and the wanted poster she's holding is like the silhouette of Arlong. Oh, and then the other foreshadowing is, "Brother, they say even that Hawkeye you were hunting goes there. I'll guide you there if you want." And you have like Zoro looking excited but also sweating, and they're referring to the world's greatest swordman right now, Hawkeye. So those are two foreshadowings I noticed. So basically that's the end of the video. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you subscribe, subscribe it. All right, see you guys.